Hi Twin Flames, Lisa here. I just wanted to make a short video on the topic of whether you need to stay away from your twin flame or not. There seems to be a lot of confusion in the twin flame community about people saying that they've been told that they need to stay away from their twin flame. And in essence, this is kind of true at the beginning. So when you meet your twin flame, you are kind of in a lot of addictive energy, and I've seen people acting really crazy, and there's no judgment from me because the energy does make you act a little bit crazy. It makes you chase this person quite a lot, and more than you would probably pursue a relationship with someone if it wasn't your twin flame. So when you realize that you're chasing them quite hard and they are suddenly not responding, you do need to just back off a little bit, because the more you run after them or the more you chase after them, you'll find that they start to pull away even more because it's too much for them, it's too overwhelming. And try and put yourself in their shoes. If you met someone and they were constantly messaging you or ringing you or stalking you on social media or driving past your house or any of that stuff that is a little intense, then you would probably do the same thing and not be comfortable with how that was going. So you need to just check yourself and make sure that you're not acting out of line and crossing any boundaries, because all that's going to do is push the twin flame away. They're going to feel suffocated by that energy. So you do need to pull back and try and not chase after them and harass them. But there's also the side of it where you do need to interact with your twin flame to allow the triggers that they will show you to do their job. So what I'm trying to say is that you don't really need to pursue your twin flame for this to happen. You need to pull your energy back a bit and just let the universe guide you, because if you just sit back and trust for a little while, you'll see that the universe will actually bring the twin flame into your path in one way or another, so that you can have an interaction with them, and then you can have a look at what it is they're showing you, or you can have a response to their behavior and understand how that makes you feel and what it's actually showing you. So you don't need to avoid them, but you don't need to chase them. You need to try and just be neutral and respect their boundary and not act too crazy. And I know that's difficult at the beginning because you are really triggered by this person and you can feel quite desperate, and you can't always understand why they're not reciprocating anymore if they were in the beginning. But just every time you feel like you're wanting to chase them, just try and stop and say, how would I feel if I had met someone and they were constantly coming at me or interfering in my life? You would be pulling away as well. So you need to try and have that balance where you're not pursuing them too much, but you're also allowing the universe to let the twin flame come in naturally so that you cross paths. And I know that sometimes separation can last quite a while, and there's people who haven't seen their twin flame for quite a long time. But if you use that separation to work on balancing your energy, then as soon as you're feeling quite balanced again, the universe will bring the twin flame into your experience again. And it might just be a quick encounter, like you might see their car, you might run into them at the shops, you might bump into them out shopping. It could be any kind of scenario. They might send you a message, but the universe will bring them back into your path, even if it's just briefly, so that they can show you something, so they can respond to you. You can kind of gauge where they're at and they are subconsciously gauging where you're at with your energy. So if you're still in that crazy chasing energy, they will be able to tell, and it will send them further away again until you've done a bit more balancing. So if you encounter them and they can tell that you're not in that crazy addictive energy, then they may want to interact with you longer or more frequently. So it's in your own best interest to try not to chase them in a way that makes them uncomfortable. You need to have self-respect, and you need to respect the boundaries of your twin. So yeah, it's both. You don't have to stay away from them, but you do need to respect the situation and just try and let the universe initiate the encounters, and how and when those encounters occur will be up to how your journey is going to pan out. But I can assure you the twin will be brought in again, and the separation will end, and you will be initiated onto the next stage of your journey.